welcome to another one of my videos. Here you find me in beautiful, beautiful Scotland. I'm on the coast of Scotland. I'm on the east side of Scotland, just south of St Andrews. St Andrews made famous by the fact that it's a university town. St Andrews Cathedral was there before it burnt down and the Reformation came through and caused havoc. St Andrews famous for the fact that's where Prince William and Catherine met before getting married and soon to be our future king and queen.
By the way, you be careful what you say now, because these guys, they're filming.
I know.
But it got me thinking as I walk along this beautiful town. Can you guess where I am? Comment below if you know exactly where I am in Scotland. Maybe you'll recognise it, but all I'm saying is it's south of St Andrews. So if you know where it is, comment below and let's see who guesses first. The winner will have a prize for myself.
Who will win?
It got me thinking about the royals as I was wandering around St Andrews earlier today, just having a bit of an exploration, thinking back when Will and Catherine were at St Andrews University.
I got some stamps as well.
Yeah, sure.
Catherine Middleton.
There was a lot of love for the royal family in the fact that the Queen was still alive. The Queen was still in good health back then.
It is no secret that there were significant differences between our two countries.
This goes back to sort of like 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003. They were at St Andrews and there was a lot of love for even people like Harry before he got cucked. Well, no longer wears the trousers in that relationship, does he?
Last year when my wife and I attended.
But he and many of the royals have fallen out of favour with us Brits. Brits who, for most of our lifetime, were willing to serve this country. For most of our lifetime, we're probably willing to, should it ever come to it, fight for this country. And should it ever come to it, probably give ourselves to the royal family. But I don't think that really applies to many people anymore, and it certainly doesn't apply to me. The horror that I'm committing sacrilege by the fact that I am admitting that I wouldn't give my life for the royals anymore. Certainly wouldn't give it to Prince Andrew or the Duke of Edinburgh, who is no longer the Duke of Edinburgh since the Queen took his title for his deviancy of being so friendly to Jeffrey Epstein, who obviously was killed in prison to be silenced.
The problem was the fact that once he had been convicted,
You stayed with
I
him.
stayed with him.
Epstein list still hasn't been properly released, although we do know Peter Mandelson, who is the British ambassador to the US since Donald Trump came to power.
You know, it's complicated, it's difficult, it's damage limitation, it's elastoplast, it happens all the time.
Was on the Epstein-Lolita Express more times than the Duke was.
On Peter Mandelson, look, and I do try to give pretty full answers in these sessions, I don't know any more than you do.
So more times than Randy Andy, a man that was put in place by Keir Starmer, or Herr Stalin. He was put in place and given the title of British Ambassador to the United States. Now that tells you a lot and probably everything you need to know about our illustrious Prime Minister. Because he's not a good man. He's not a good man. The same man who ignored prosecuting Jimmy Savile.
And how about that then?
You would say, oh, Chief Prosecutor to the United Kingdom probably wasn't paying any attention to the Surrey case. Well, if he wasn't, that's on him, and it doesn't look too good. And while it doesn't look too good, you'd probably think twice about appointing a scumbag like Peter Mandelson as the British ambassador to the United States.
Not commenting at all.
But going back to the royal family, it would seem Easter celebrations, or Lent in specific, wasn't even acknowledged by the King of England, the King of the Commonwealth, King Charles III. It wasn't even acknowledged. He had more time for Eid, an Islamic festival,
Assalamu alaikum.
than paying any attention to the Christian festival of Lent. Now, it makes you wonder, has King Charles been cucked to Islam? I don't know. I have no idea what King Charles thinks or believes, but I have to say he certainly isn't representing the Church of England. He's supposed to be the head of the Church of England, and I don't see any sign that this man is giving all he can to the Church, the Christian faith, or paying any attention to the fact that his country is slowly being destroyed one day at a time as the demographics change the country beyond recognition. I'm disappointed by the fact that he sits back and does nothing for this country. I couldn't care less if you're opening another building
حياكم مرة أخرى في المملكة.
When you're allowing your country to be taken from you and changed permanently by our corrupt Labour government, and prior to that, the corrupt Conservative government, because that's all they've ever done for us. They've taken our ancestors' legacy from us by their lack of actions. I'm, you could say, frustrated by our government. You could say I'm disheartened by what I'm seeing happening to our beautiful, beautiful kingdom, Scotland being part of the United Kingdom. I love Scotland. It is in my blood, Scotland. My grandmother was Scottish, so I have a lot of feelings and love for Scotland. And I just hate seeing what is happening to our country right now.
Crime in the UK is on the increase.
Recent crime statistics show that in 2024, foreign nationals were 3.5 times more likely to be arrested for sex offences than British citizens.
But I just wanted to give a quick insight into the fact that strolling through St Andrews today, well, I realised I don't think I and many others feel any love anymore for the royal family or the institution that is the royals. Can it be saved? With action it could be saved, and by sending us to war against Russia in Ukraine isn't going to save us. Anyone that knows me and knows my channel knows that I was a Ukrainian resident. I'm a British Englishman who was a resident in Ukraine when the war started. I don't want to see Ukraine giving up its territory, and I don't want to see Ukraine capitulating. But it would seem our scumbag European leaders are intent on beating the war drum.
Everybody understood and understand that Russia for today doesn't want any kind of peace.
Donald Trump has gone about it very badly. You don't disrespect a person like Zelensky. As much as he is a corrupt individual, and as much as he and his friends have profited from the war, by disrespecting him, you're disrespecting the good Ukrainian people that have given their lives and given everything to basically keep their country intact.
And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country. That's back to you. Far more than a lot of people said they should have.
Have you said thank you once this entire meeting?
I wish we could find peace. I would like peace to come today. It's impacting people I know every single day. A person I know lost their business just a few days ago. It was bombed by the Russians. I would like to see the war end, but I don't feel I have any confidence in the European leaders. I have no confidence in the US right now, which is a shame because they did so much good work at the beginning of Trump's first few weeks with Elon Musk manning Doge and basically ripping out all of the waste.
The ways that the government is defrauded is that the computer systems don't talk to each other. So if the computer systems don't talk to each other, then you can exploit that gap. And fraudsters exploit that gap to take advantage. For example, there were over $300 million of small business administration loans that has been given out to people under the age of 11.
Well, actually, to add to it, it's $300 million under the age of 11 and over $300 million to over the age of 120.
I wish that could happen across Europe, but when I see people beating the war drum and pushing to send Europeans against other Europeans, then I feel our civilization is lost, especially when we can't defend our own borders. They're willing to sacrifice more European men at the altar of the New World Order.
Britain will play a leading role, with, if necessary, and together with others, boots on the ground and planes in the air. Mr. Speaker, it is right that Europe do the heavy lifting.
It's a sad state of affairs. Anyway, it was just a quick rant. I just wanted to give you a rant while I was at this beautiful location. Do you know where it is? Yep. Appreciate all the new subscribers, appreciate all the comments that you guys do, appreciate all the little interactions. I know my channel is a little bit all over the place when it comes to politics, when it comes to travel, when it comes to current affairs, but that's part of the wonders of life. Keep wondering. So that's why the channel is sometimes a little bit all over the place, but I really appreciate the fact you're here. Hopefully you can watch another one of my more normal videos, and until next time, keep progressing, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.
So then I took my turn. Oh, what a thing to have done. And it was all yellow. Your skin, oh yeah, your skin and bones turn into something beautiful. And you know I love you so. You I love you so.